Hello, hello, bonjour. This is Marino with elegantfemme.com, and I have a really powerful subject to talk to you about. I don't know anybody that's successful that hasn't experienced this. I want to talk to you about what to do and kind of how to deal with being copied. This is something that can be very, very painful. In fact, I'll share a story with you. Just recently, my son came to me, and he has his own YouTube channel, and he's been editing videos and doing these creative things. And he came to me and he said, "Mom, so-and-so copied me. They copied my exact video. They did the exact same thing as me." And he was really upset. He was crying, and I had the opportunity to witness him inside of that and feel, again, because I've certainly had this experience as well, feel the pain of being copied and what that really means. So I want to talk to you today about a couple of different aspects of this, what it feels like, what you can do to honor the feeling, and then also some practical tips around this for you, okay? Because this is something that I know I've definitely experienced myself, and my clients have as well. So my intention is that this will be incredibly valuable to you, and that you also feel a new sense of claim and ownership. And if you know that you're doing this or have done this, that we all begin to really respect a high level of quality and integrity that's available to all of us. When you're copied, I want you to pay attention to what really comes up inside of you. One of the things that's come up for me emotionally is that feeling of not being special, that somebody has just taken something that I've created and put hard work into, and are they going to get credit for it when I came up with it, when it was my creative idea? So there's that kind of stuff that can come up. So if you've been copied, I first want you to look internally and kind of see what your own language is inside, what's your fear inside of that, what's present for you, what kind of emotion, and also take a look at, have you copied anybody before too, right? That's something to look at inside. We all receive inspiration, and what is that kind of finite line between being inspired by what somebody is doing and actually copying them? Any kind of copying, pasting, you're just taking somebody else's work versus seeing an idea and maybe being inspired, but putting your own spin on it. This is what I'll see time and time again from people who may have, attempted to copy the femme types or copy some sort of process inside of Elegant Femme. If you're taking somebody else's work, it's really not going to be authentic. So when we try to put that out in the world and make it our own, it doesn't work. So the reason that we do that is because we're afraid of our own authenticity. We say, oh, that's worked for somebody else. Maybe I'll just, do that and have it work for me, but it doesn't. So one of the ways you can kind of get out of any kind of pattern, and my clients have asked me before, Tara, how can I create my own real piece of work and identity in the world when I resonate so much with something somebody else is doing? Not only put your own spin on it, but really speak your own voice. Because it's scary, isn't it, for us to go out there and really be the first ones that are presenting something. So make sure that your works are, if they're inspired, that there's some sort of original piece of content inside of that for you. We're all kind of part of a collective consciousness, and ideas come through, and you might be inspired by somebody. In fact, someone might have set the foundation for something, and you take that main idea and you expand on it. If that happens, then give that person credit. Say this, I got this original idea, or this was initially inspired by, and just give credit where credit is due. It's so powerful to just honor the work that somebody else has created. And if you're expanding on it, fabulous. So everybody's ideas can be expanded on, but go ahead and give credit to the person that created it. And if you have any question inside, if you feel a little bit uncomfortable, like you might be crossing the lines of somebody else's work, you can always ask them. Send them an email, ask them, I wanted to share this. Does that feel appropriate, or am I infringing on any copyright? Now, I know that we've heard, well, being copied is the best form of flattery or whatever. It's hard, honestly, to get to that point, because if somebody's taken something that you've created, it can be really difficult to swallow that pill. But on the other side of it, I do want to say congratulations if this has happened to you, because it does show that you're a leader. It does show that there's something that you're presenting to the world that's catching other people's attention, which is what I shared with my son. Congratulations, Nico, you've made it, right? If you're doing something that's spectacular that somebody wants to copy it, then you're on the right track. So what is it that you can do if that's starting to happen to you and you're starting to feel that? Let yourself create your next thing. I've definitely been in the energy before. I've gotten bogged down and kind of overly consumed that, move on to your next thing. Create something else. Expand, and allow that to be motivation to bring more of your uniqueness into the world. Because truthfully, no one can do you like you can do you. So even if you feel that kind of threat inside of, oh, I'm not so special because someone's copied me or someone's going to do what I'm doing, no one can do you like you can do you. Really important for you to remember that. Now, on the other side of things, if someone has taken your process and you have it copyrighted, you have it patented, it's really yours and something that you've created, and you have it protected, I do invite you to get legal support. This is something that we've actually had to do, and gratefully that I had the courage to do it inside of Elegant Femme, because there's places in my life before where I was too scared to actually take a stand. So I do want to encourage you as well. If there's something unique that you've created, have it copyrighted, have it patented, and then if somebody is infringing on your intellectual property, that you actually take action, that you stand up and that you do protect it. So there's two nuances I'm speaking to you about today. I don't want you to overly let it bog you down and become so obsessed that someone's copying you that you don't move forward and continue to create. But when you do create, stand up, allow yourself to protect it and get legal support. I don't invite that you're the one that goes and tracks that down. Hand it over to somebody. But taking the courage to take that stand and say, you know what? I did bring this into the world. This is something that I spent time and energy units on, and then it's mine. Get that protected and then have it followed through on. Okay? I want to share that too today. I think this is a topic that isn't spoken about enough, and especially now with internet technology and all the things that are available to us, it's kind of easy to think that we can just swipe someone else's thing or, have it be done to you. And I invite you to take a stand, have your things protected, be aware that if you're doing it, that you don't do it, and make the difference inside of yourself, inspiration, and what it is you're really here to share, and embody your unique purpose. I'd love to hear if you've ever had this experience before, and in fact, how you've dealt with it, because I know a lot of you have, and I'd love to hear your advice and your experience.